Under the olive tree knits, how to work a provisional cast on using a crochet hook. For this cast on you will need your working needle, you'll need a crochet hook in a similar size, and you will need some scrap yarn. Take your crochet hook and your scrap yarn, and we're just going to start by making a slip knot with the scrap yarn. So we're just going to wrap the yarn around the fingers and then just pull a loop through to make our slip knot, and then just pop that onto your crochet hook. So just going to take your working needle and just hold it alongside the crochet hook, and just check that your working yarn is coming from the right and the tail end is on the left. And just take the yarn around the back of the needle, back to the front, and then just pull it through the loop that's on the crochet hook. And that is the first provisional stitch on the needle. So again, for the next stitch, just wrap the yarn around the back to the front, and then just catch it with the crochet hook and pull it through the loop. And there's your second stitch on the needle. And that is all we're going to be doing to add the stitches onto the knitting needle. So each time you're just going to be taking the yarn around the back to the front, catching it with the crochet hook, and then just pulling it through the loop that is on the crochet hook. And here's a close-up so you can see each time you're just taking the yarn around the back to the front and pulling it through the loop on the crochet hook. So keep repeating this process until you have the required number of stitches that you need for your cast on your knitting needle. And you can see here what it looks like underneath, so you can see you're just forming a set of chains that's going to run along the bottom of the needle, and then on the top these are the stitches that you're going to be knitting into when it comes to joining your main colour yarn. So I've cast on 20 stitches here, and to stop them coming unravelled I'm just going to work a few chains from the crochet hook. So I've just worked a small number of chains, and I'm just going to cut the yarn and close that loop. And that is how you work the provisional cast on with the crochet hook. So when it comes to knitting from the provisional cast on, all you're going to do here is just take your main colour yarn and you can just knit straight into the stitches that you've just cast on. So once you've worked that first row and joined your main colour, you can just continue knitting as per your pattern. And then when you're ready to return to your live stitches, you're just going to unzip this crochet chain and slip the live stitches one at a time onto your knitting needle. And that's the provisional crochet cast on.